Welcome to Qigong practice. Qigong is an ancient tradition of energy medicine which originated in China thousands of years ago. Qigong literally means energy work. Qi is vital energy, and Gong translates as skill cultivated through steady practice. Qigong can be described as an integrative, a mind-body practice that benefits mental and physical health. The guiding principle of all the practices is the coordination of the eyes with the body movements, the focus of the mind, and the focus of the breath. Connect your eyes to your heart, to your hands. Physically, the slow, gentle Qigong movements help warm tendons, ligaments, and muscles. Qigong nourishes vital organs and connective tissue and promotes circulation of body fluids, blood, synovial fluid, and lymph. The coordination of breath with body movements and attention drives energy through the designated pathways and opens any blockages or stuck energy. We use breath not only to open these pathways, but also to gather and store the breath and energy in specific reservoirs called dantians. Much like the Indian system of chakras that represent different aspects of the light as it expresses through our physical body, the Taoist Qigong system uses three main energy reservoirs called the dantians. The lower dantian is located approximately 3 inches below the navel between the front of the torso and the spine. The middle dantian is centered in the sternum, level with the heart, and the upper dantian is housed slightly above the eye level in the forehead or the third eye. Remember, Qigong is playful, dance-like, and flowing. If you can be outside, this increases the gathering of the Qi of nature. Take your shoes off and be in contact with the earth if that's comfortable. Be gentle with yourself and never enter into pain. Your body will naturally open and strengthen over time when you slow down and enjoy your body just as it is. Do as much or as little as feels right for your body today. I'm doing this practice seated. You could do the practice standing, but have a chair nearby for a few of the exercises that involve lifting both feet up. Also, have a pillow or a folded towel nearby. I would like to thank my Qigong teachers, including Jerry Hemmerlein, Daisy Lee, Cynthia Spencer, Eva Wong, and the Taoist Qigong Primordial Limitless Gate School. Taking a few moments to settle in, allow your spine to be tall with your heart lifted, shoulders broad, and spine away from the back of the chair. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles, hands at your lower dantian. Breathe deeply and slowly. 2 hands upholding the sky. Now let's begin. Lace your hands, palms face up. Inhale, up to chest level slowly. Palms down. Exhale slowly, push your hands down. And now inhale, stretch to bring the laced hands above your head and look up. And slowly move hands down, drawing a full circle. Tuning into your breath. Begin again. Connect your eyes to your heart, to your hands. The Qigong movements follow the pathways of the energy meridians that run through the body. They also often trace the outer edges of our energy fields. Smoothing and caressing the potency of the energy flow in our light body. Feeling the energy of your body makes it possible for you to understand the energy of your thoughts and emotions. Meridian wake up. Hands at your lower dantian. Turn your palms up and inhale up. Exhale, the right hand moves down the inner left arm. Eyes follow. Trace over the left fingers and inhale as you cup the right palm up the left arm. Switch sides and exhale the left hand, tracing down the inner right arm. Trace over the fingertips and inhale up the arm. Then both hands, palms down, slowly exhale to the lower dantian. And repeat. This guided movement helps you channel your energy through your palms. Paying attention is a critical component to any energy work, as it engages the fire energy of the heart and ties the spirit in with the actions of hand. The ancients say the linking of attention and intention creates mastery in life. Here we are asked to focus on the action at hand and to stay engaged in the body movements, tracking them with the eyes. If you are doing this practice standing, you will need a chair for the next set of exercises. So I invite you to extend your legs long. In front of you, and roll your ankles and feet in the same direction 36 times. Your hands can be on your hips. Keep your spine tall. Do it gently but as fully as you can. This is very grounding. It pulls chi down into the lower body. This is something that helps invoke the relaxation response and diminishes anxiety and tension, overthinking, and being in your head. Now go the other direction for 36 times. Of course, if it hurts to do 36, do however many is good for you today. This will build up if you keep doing it daily. And now, send the toes away from one another 36 times. This is a good exercise to do before you go to bed at night because it pulls the chi down. It helps with getting out of the head and drifting off to sleep. Now the toes will rotate toward one another 36 times. Again, if you can't do 36 without straining, just do what you can, what feels comfortable. Keep your eyes on your feet. Lift up through the spine and keep breathing. Eventually place your feet on the ground and notice sensation. With feet flat on the ground, ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, knees over ankles, begin rocking side to side on your sit bones. The sit bones are the bones at the base of your buttocks. You're going left and right. You can keep this lateral movement as is or add to it by moving the torso forward and backward. And there's an anterior or frontal side of your sit bone and a posterior or back side of your sit bones. Hands to your sides, palms face forward. Inhale, bring in the fresh chi. And palms face down, bend at the elbows, and exhale, palms slowly down to hip level. Inhale, purposefully, intentionally bring in fresh chi, look up to receive. Exhale, bringing chi into your body. This next one comes from Donna Eden's Energy Medicine. Bring your left ankle to rest on your right knee. Cross your left arm over the midline of the body to synchronize the energy in the two sides of the body. Hold your kidney 1 point on the sole of your left foot with the left hand. Right hand cuffs the underside of the left wrist. Light touch, not squeezing, and look out into the distance. Breathe several deep breath cycles. This is a hip opening. Press that left knee away from your body to the degree to which that's comfortable. And switch sides. Holding your hand in these places activates several key acupuncture points for the lung, the heart, and the pericardium meridians. Your hands are linking the energy points like a circuit, amplifying the energy flow throughout the whole body. Several deep breaths here. Look into the distance. Press that right knee away to the degree to which it's comfortable to open up the hip. The last part of this exercise is a mudra. Bring your hands together, fingers touching, palms apart. Place your thumbs at your third eye and look into the distance as you breathe in deeply. Breathe out slowly. Inhale to the boundary of your skin. Exhale, draw it all back into your center. Now comb fingers from the middle of your forehead back to the base of your skull. comb from the top of your head to the back of your head, forehead to the back of the head, kind of combing the energy back. And then feeling and sensing. Add a pillow or a folded towel or blanket underneath you. Pause the video if need be to go get this. And sit so that your hips are slightly higher than your thighs and knees, with your feet wider than your shoulders. This is supported horse stance. Float your hand above your head in circle as a reminder to keep the crown of your head aligned with your spine. Lengthen through your spine. Lift your heart and start with rotating to the left. Inhale back, exhale forward. You could also do this in a cross-legged position on the ground with your hips elevated by a pillow. This is Taoist Qigong, very powerful medicine. And what you're doing is simply loosening what they call the heavenly pillar of the spine as you rotate. Keep your core strong as you rotate the spine. Sense your tailbone, sit bones, front of the pelvis, sit bones, tailbone as you go around. Keeping the top of your head as even and flat as you can, as if you had a teacup with something in it and you were trying to keep that tea from spilling. You can go 18 times in one direction and then slowly 18 times in the other direction. And find what feels best for you, letting your movements be as big or as small as feels right. Try to keep the movement as a slow rhythm. Breathing in as you go back, breathing out as you circle forward. It's not so important that your body has the perfect form. It's more important that your body is relaxed while doing the poses. If 36 times feels like too many times to start out with, then do fewer. Always let your body show you how it wants to do these movements. Orient your attention to feeling and sensing. Bringing your feet back in alignment with your hips. We're going to do meridian tapping, which helps move the qi along the major meridians in the direction that they're meant to flow. Sit forward to the front edge of your seat and start with clapping the hands. And then move to the top of the left lung, the shoulder well, and around the shoulder joint. Extend the non-tapping arm out with palm up and tap down the arm. It's meant to be vigorous tapping, even audible, but never bruising or hurting. And clapping the hands. Palm faces down. Tap up the arm to the shoulder. Thumb up on that non-tapping arm. So you tap all the way down. Go around. And tap under the arm to the armpit. The other hand, tap your C7 vertebrae on your back at the base of your neck. And go up and down the side body. On the left side, you're tapping the stomach and spleen meridians. clapping the hands. This gets the heart meridian. And go to the opposite side, the right lung. Tapping into the shoulder well between the neck and shoulder, and then around the shoulder joint. Palm faces up. Tap down the arm. And clap. Clap hands. And palm faces down and tap up the arm. You can do this tapping with a flat hand or a fist. And turn that thumb up. Turn the thumb up and pat down the arm to the thumb and then underneath all the way to the armpit. And your other hand is tapping the C7 vertebrae at the back of your neck. And then tap up and down the torso. On the right, you are activating your liver meridian. Just notice and feel. Finishing the upper body sequence by tapping the breastbone. This is good for the heart. Flattening the hands and moving to the hairline, tapping around to the base of the skull. Lifting your hands and coming back to the hairline, tapping to the base of the skull. We only go in one direction here. This helps reverse the fight or flight response and helps to encourage the relaxation response if we tap in the correct direction from the crown to the base of the skull. So take a moment and feel what it feels like in the upper body as you've tapped all these meridians. Anytime you pause, your hands can rest on the lower dantian. Now we're moving to the lower body with flat hands below the navel, tapping your belly, the lower dantian. It's important, as with all your points, to send kind, loving, accepting energy. The belly is incredibly important. It's working hard for us all the time. Tapping in the belly helps your metabolism and digestion. This energy center is the furnace for the whole body. The more efficiently it works, the better your whole energy system runs. And moving around the belt line, tapping at the kidneys, which is a little above your waist. Then the sacrum and the buttocks. And tapping the back of the legs, knees, down to your heels. If you can't reach, you can just imagine tapping. The benefit is the same. Tapping the front of the feet, up the front shins, knees, thighs. Find the tender points between the hip bones to the outsides of the hips, and now the outsides of the legs. As you move down the outsides of the legs, you're moving down the gallbladder channel. And then the inside arches, tapping up the insides of the legs is the spleen channel, back to the belly. This lower belly sequence is very grounding, so we're going to do it again. Anytime you feel anxious, this is a good one to do. Tap below the navel. And around the belt line to the kidneys. Remember, if there's any place you can't reach without strain, then just imagine tapping. Lower back, backs of the legs, knees, calves, heels, top of the feet, and up the front of the legs. Inner hips, outer hips, down the side of the legs, following the pathway of the gallbladder channel, switching to the inner arch of the foot and up the inner leg, coming up the spleen meridian. Tapping now at the belly, and then at the heart on the breastbone again. Bring hands to your sides, palms face forward. Inhale, bring in fresh qi into this well-flowing, well-regulated system that you are supporting. Always noticing if you go on autopilot and gently bringing yourself off of it by paying attention without judgment. Connect your eyes to your hands, to your heart. Feeling and sensing your hands resting on the lower dantian. Hold here. Let's do the yin-yang meridian clear. You inhale, hands up overhead. The right hand sits on top of the left hand. As you lightly trace the outsides of the arms, shoulders, elbows crossed, side ribs, draw your hands across the belt meridian to the outer hips, and hands press down the outsides of the legs, all the way down to the outer edges of the feet and off the pinky toe. Sweep your hands, shake your hands. Bring 2 fingers to the inside of the big toe. As you inhale, trace up the insides of the legs. Insides of the thighs, flare out at the hip crease. Draw fingers up the side body to the armpit and come back down slightly to circle. Inhale again. Looking up, this time let the left hand rest on top of the right hand. As you exhale, slowly trace down the outsides of the arms, shoulders, ribs. Pull hands across the belt meridian, and hands trace down the outsides of the hips and legs down the gallbladder channel. Sweep off the outer edges of the pinky toe, shake your hands. Bring 2 fingers to the insides of the big toes. As you inhale, trace up spleen. Holding qi. Now, like you're holding a ball of energy in front of your lower dantian, below your navel, as you inhale, pull the palms away from one another. And as you exhale, bring the palms closer to one another without touching. Connect to your breath. Connect eyes to hands to heart. You may begin to feel the palpable sensation of that ball of qi, connecting your hands, connecting your palms with a visceral sensation. Tune in. Nothing you need to force or make happen, but the more you practice, the more you're going to feel that qi living in a kinesthetic experience. Feeling your hands connected by that qi even when they're far apart, and condensing the qi into a ball when they move together. Now hands rest on the lower dantian, storing that qi for later use. We never expend all the qi, we always store some for later use. Releasing qi. Bring your feet together, hands together, palms touching inside the knees, fingers pointing down. Let the knees gently press hands together. Now lift heels one at a time. And then add some tempo to this. This makes the palms rub together. This is intended to be vigorous. There are minor chakras behind the knees, and activating them gets qi to lower legs and feet. Lifting one heel at a time. feeling the palms rubbing together. As we come to the end of this practice, we'll seal the Qi or close the Qi. Rub your hands together vigorously. Keep going, generate some heat. And then you'll massage the entire body. This is removing excess Qi. You've opened up the channels. And now you're releasing. Just moving through the whole body, legs. And then pounding the whole body in a similar way. Again, never hurting, it's just light tapping with your fist. And gather the Qi. Arms to your side. Inhale. And exhale. Maintain your hands at the lower dantian, fingers pointing inward. When you come to stillness, sit for a moment. And take the third finger and bend it in on each hand. Let the left palm be above the right palm and point the third fingers toward the middle of the palms. Open the armpits, drop the shoulders, and sit in still meditation for a few moments. A lot of the healing comes in these final minutes in stillness after all the Qi movement. Give yourself the time for that harvest of the benefits of the practice, even if it's just a few minutes. Feeling and sensing what's happening in your ever-changing body, in your ever-changing mind. So this concludes our practice. Sit as long as you like and enjoy the benefits of your Qigong practice throughout the day. Practice a little bit as often as you can. Thank you.